This right here is a scale 118 Maisto Lamborghini Diablo SV. Now this is a pretty old car by Maisto, but this one right here is actually a newer version of that old car. They made some improvements on the interior and just made it more up to par with the newer cars, we'll say. So if we get started with features, whoops, it has opening doors with the scissor fashion, as well as the trunk or bonnet or whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, that was falling down. Is succumbing to a gravity effect. The doors are also very prone to that. Now this car's detail is pretty good. Now because this was an older car, the detail wasn't originally there. It was just, there wasn't much color on the interior as well as in the engine bay, but they definitely have improved it for this one because you can see, you know, the wires down there. This is a 12-cylinder, so absolutely huge engine block. You can see all the way down. You can see my fingers through there. It's not one plastic piece. It looks really good, and that keeps dropping, which is annoying. And has a Lamborghini logo right there. A decent engine, definitely. Up front, there's that spare tire there, and a Lamborghini logo that is not a sticker. It's on there. These headlights do not come up. Keep that in mind. Windshield wiper moves a little bit. I wouldn't move it too much. Might scratch the windshield though. Now I try to avoid opening these as much as possible because of the fact that they are always extremely prone to doing that. That's the case with Barago as well. Now the red in there is actually supposed to be stitching, and yeah, well, you can see it. For stitching, it's pretty obvious. It's on the side of the seat. It looks like a painted line rather than a stitch, but at least it's there. We'll give them that. The center console, all the buttons are there, but they're not exactly colored in, and they don't have any dials on them. I mean, at least they are a different shade of color than the dashboard, because sometimes you'll have them all the same color. But they really could have used a little bit more detail there. Same thing with the shifter there. Not too much detail. This is supposed to be a gated shifter, a metal gated shifter. Now it has 4-point seat belts, racing harnesses. The seats look decent. I've seen better. They look a bit too thin in a way, a bit too inaccurate. The wheels here, they look really good. You have the disc moving with the wheel, and there's absolutely no brake caliper to be seen, but the actual design of the wheel, you could have all the bolts around it. It isn't bad. You're losing some detail on the center, though. There's that big SV right there. Now that is not a sticker. A gas cap there. Underneath, well, I can't really confirm whether this looks like the actual car because I know a lot of these supercars have a flat body for aerodynamic purposes. But back here alone, ignoring the front, it does look excellent. You know, here you have the transmission in this area. The engine detail is down there. Exhaust. It looks pretty good, and it has a lot of these beams that are actually correct size. Definitely pretty good. Again, I can't really vouch much for the fronts. It is a very large plastic piece, but I don't really care because it's black and the actual car is black, so you don't notice it too much. Just notice these very large back tires. They are rather impressive. This is a plastic spoiler here. These small headlights have the little peg in them, but it's not too noticeable. I wouldn't worry about that. Very large mirrors that extend. Reasonably sturdy. Not the sturdiest, but they are pretty good. It's kind of hard to get into this car. Zoom in here just because of the doors. Alright, well, probably going to lose focus there, but the whole gauge cluster is a big sticker, and I don't like to see that. But whatever. They are correct. And there's that red line that's supposed to be a stitch. I still don't know what's going on with that. I guess I give them credit for trying. The wheels do turn with the steering wheel. Steering wheel's very thin though, if you look inside. So this car, it is still being sold at this time. I believe it's only sold in gray and black. Probably should check me on that, but as far as I know, that's what it is. And it's around $25, $30 depending on where you find it. Of course, if you go to some of the wholesale clubs, I know I've gotten a couple viewers saying that they can find these things for around $13. And that's a great deal if you can get those. But, you know, as far as these more selective cars go, then you might not be able to find that. This is a Maisto, so they are around. So this is a decent car. I wouldn't say it's the best car in the world since it's based on such an old model. But it's definitely worthy to add to your collection, and I'm rather impressed with it, considering the price. Thanks for watching.